there you are. I feared you'd been kidnapped by forces from beyond. So I heard. Well done. Here, take this as a token of my appreciation. But don't get too comfortable. Matters of grave urgency loom on the horizon. While you assisted my students, I had another vision. I see that your fate is fundamentally tied to the Chaosbringer, Magistrix Vox. However, alas, I've seen nothing beyond the Chaosbringer's name. Something interferes with my forevision, blocking my efforts at every turn. I suspect we are opposed by mighty forces beyond mortal ken. We must take appropriate measures. I'll gather the students and make sure the grounds are secure. I'd like you to use the trapdoor to investigate the library vaults. I haven't heard from the librarian, and that fills me with nameless apprehension. Search the library below and find the librarian. She hasn't responded to my calls. I fear something foul stalks my academy. Even without a head, sometimes the serpent takes a long time to die. The Maw-born cultists are still out there. Perhaps that's what's triggered my visions.
Ah, Verlaine. You walked right into my trap. Wait, who are you? Another student? Another new Maw-born soldier?
Oh good, you're finally awake. You were unconscious for hours. At least it seemed like hours. How do you feel? I was worried about you. Shadowstool has been overrun. The last of the Moleborn from the looks of it. They must need more soldiers. And they're getting them. They cast some kind of spell to enslave the students. That's what it looks like. That spell didn't work on us. Don't know why. We carried out the Archmage's orders, but then the Moleborn caught us and threw us in here with you. When the trouble started, he gave us some arcane items and told us to find places to hide them. Then he went off on some mission of his own. I'm glad you're awake. Can you get us out of here? Whatever you plan on doing, you have my full support. Just know that. Shadowstool has been overrun. The last of the Moleborn from the looks of it. They must need more soldiers. And they're getting them. They cast...
This is terrible. The Academy's in danger. The Archmage is missing, and I'm locked in here with you. The Moleborn General himself. One of the senior students recognized him. Said he was Darvason. Used to be the Archmage's assistant. Who knows? He muttered something about looking for Hadmar and a familiar. What do you think the Moleborn want us for? I was afraid to. There are guards out there. Maybe you could check it, discreetly.
Ah! Leave me alone! Don't touch me!
What was that?
Back away from gate. Coming through.
This is terrible.
The Archmage told us about.
Set to rescue you. Master sent me to make sure you're safe. You smell all right. Look funny though. I open portal and we go find Big Lord. Name Hatmir or Hatmead. I forget. Mortals have their names. No matter. Come. We go now. Big Nord hides in building next to where we appear. They stay here. Master says he doesn't want them to be dead yet. I get them when time comes. No worry. Time to go. I come back for other two later.
Hadmar's glad to see you. Archmage said you'd be here soon, and here you are. Hadmar isn't sure. One moment I was walking to instruction hall, next moment, boom! Hadmar knocked on backside. Woke up in here with Archmage standing over me. He said, wait for you to show up. I waited, and you showed up. Yes. He told me to set up my totem near Big Rock outside. Lena hid her lockbox high up on top of rock. Lockbox is very important. We must find lockbox and bring it to Lena. Just outside. You use Totem to reach the lockbox, while Hadmar stays on ground. Then, we'll find Lena.
Where am I? Why are we up so high? That blasted Banekin. It could have warned me. The lockbox. Right. The Archmage tinkered with my wand and told me to hide it up here. That was just before Darvason tossed me in that cell. I still can't believe the Archmage's old assistant is the Molborn General. He said we'd need the wand, but he didn't say why. Wait, I know. The Molborn have occupied the library vaults and sealed the door. And what makes the best spell of unlocking? Burnt scamp hide and illusion dust, of course. You can use my wand to scorch the scamps. And illusion dust is the residue of illusory monsters. With enough of each, we can prepare a spell to get us through to Darvason. We'll need Tedris, though. That spell is his specialty.
About time you summoned me. I thought you'd leave me sitting in that cell forever. You heard correctly. If I had the right ingredients, that is. But getting them will be tricky, considering the Moorborn occupy the Academy. Illusion, dust, and burnt scamp hide. Perfect. Just give me a moment and... there we go. I'll wait up here. You know, to keep your escape route clear. Now go find the Archmage and put an end to that Darvason.
They're messing with your head.
Scatter!
My magic will destroy you!
Verlaine said you would come. Now you die, and I leave with my new army.
Move! Now!
Hurry! You must destroy the jagged lens!
You're awake. Oh, I was so worried. I'm so glad you're all right. You shattered the jagged lens and broke the spell. The few Molborn who were left were totally outnumbered and they ran for it. The Archmage had us bring you up here. I've been watching over you. You know, as a friend. Safe as gore apple pie, thanks to you. And you weren't even supposed to be here. I heard how you got your invitation. And now we're all alive because you broke the rules. I'll have to think about that. Don't give me that look. I was worried about you, that's all. Oh, and before I forget, the Archmage wants to speak to you. He's right outside.
good to see you up and around. I knew you'd be fine, but Lena wouldn't leave your side. You gave her a good scare. Yes, though we lost a few students and instructors in the fight. The fact that the lens was buried below the library vaults was one of our greatest secrets. Darvason used that knowledge to aid the Maulborn. Quite so. They're running out of loyal troops. When Darvason told them about the lens, they saw it as the solution to all their problems. If Darvason could turn our students into soldier slaves, the Maulborn would be back in business. For you, here, yes. But I don't need a vision to know that you still have unfinished business out there. Anyway, I'd like to thank you. And there's one more thing. The students you helped want to speak to you. They're waiting at the docks. I think they want to say goodbye. Unfortunately, yes. That's how he knew about the jagged lens. In fact, I found him experimenting on a student with the lens when I relieved him of his duties. He was furious when I expelled him from the academy. It was a relic from the migration from Somerset, still in its original site in the underground temple. Tamper with it? Remove it? Unthinkable! Still, don't feel bad that you destroyed it. You did what had to be done.
I wasn't going to let you go away without saying goodbye. I know, you have things to do. Important things. We just heard about everything you did before you arrived here. But we didn't want you to forget us. We wanted to give you something. It's not much, but maybe it will help you remember the Academy. Now, where did I put it? Don't be silly. Ah, here it is. Take my wand. It works better for you anyway. Remember me when you use it.
Can't you see I'm busy?
We should have never... I miss Ebonheart. I wish I was home. Master Rastin went into the Mabragash camp and never returned. He wanted to open trade negotiations with the tribe, but I think something went wrong. He's been gone so long. What did he expect in a place called the Vale of the Ghost Snake? The Mabragash are Ashlanders, but more isolated than most. They worship a snake spirit and craft unique snakeskin leather. That's what really interested Rastin. The tribe refuses to speak to anyone from House Halalu, but maybe they'll talk to you. I think the Farseer runs the tribe, but Rastin dismissed that idea. He doesn't believe a woman could have that kind of power. I hope he didn't insult her. Anyway, Rastin went to talk to Gula Khan Harinat. That was the last time I saw him. Who knows how these places get their names? Ithrini said that the ghost snake they worship is Sithis. Nonsense if you ask me. All I know is that big snakes slither near the swamps. They looked very real to me, not ghostly at all.
What can the Mabragash do for you, outsider? Outsiders have no place here. The House Hlalu Highlands should pack up and go. The trader is in Farseer Bodani's hands now. That thought has also crossed my mind. You think like a wise woman. I like that. The trader insulted the Farseer and her anger has blinded her to such consequences. Talk to wise woman Iru Ahan. She may be able to help you. If you must. We don't make up stories just to frighten outsiders. This Vale is an ancient place, protected by an ancient entity. The Mabragash have served that entity for many generations. That ignorant outsider, let's just say that he mocked us and made the Farseer very angry. He will serve the Ghost Snake. The Farseer will make sure of that. We do not welcome outsiders, but we treat them with courtesy if they respect our ways.
You are not one of the women from the Hlalu outpost. What do you want? The merchant isn't your concern. His fate is in the hands of the Farseer and the Ghost Snake. Still, something disturbs the Vale. I thought it was the merchant, but now the signs and portents point to you. The signs and portents are all around us, influencing events. Can you not see them? If you want my advice, you should... Wait, what's that? Your presence has aroused the Serpent Bound.
What madness is this, restless spirits? Why have you left the sanctity of the coiled path? Be calm, spirits. Trust in the wisdom of the Ghost Snake.
This is an outrage! I want to speak to the man in charge of this tribe, you crazy woman!
Another outsider. But this one... I have seen this one in my visions. We must speak. I'm not sure if I should welcome you or curse you. This fool has pestered our hunters. importuned our wise women, and insulted me by demanding to speak to the man in charge of our tribe. I brook no challenges to my authority, or disruptions to the Veil. I was going to take him to the Ghost Snake, but all that changed when you arrived. I have seen a vision of you upon the Coiled Path. You have a role to play in deciding the fate of this man and our Veil. There is something unusual about you. I sense it, and certainly the Ghost Snake knows of you. Talk to this man. Take his measure. Then speak to me when you're ready to face the trial of the Ghost Snake.
I'm a master trader from House Lalu. I'm welcome everywhere, but these people want to sacrifice me to some snake. How should I know? I'm an honest merchant. I just wanted to set up a little trade agreement with the tribe. They make some gold, we make some gold, everybody wins. Next thing I know, they tie me up and act like I committed some crime. I was soaking up the local flavor, if you know what I mean. These Mabrigash ladies are lovely, but my flirting made that witch Badani mad. Besides, they refused to let me speak to the man in charge. Why are they being this way? Well, I did ask the Farseer to summon her boss and get me a glass of Shane, but I asked nicely and everything. Don't let them feed me to the snake. I didn't do anything wrong. I hope she listens to reason. She acts like she's in charge, but she wouldn't even listen to my proposal. Trade proposal, mind you, not a marriage proposal. Those snake hides would earn them plenty of gold. Plenty of gold for all of us.
Back inside.
Of course, of course. Care to join me? Oh, never mind. I'm going.
And what do you think of that, man? Yet he managed to offend and insult nearly everyone. My visions tell me that you will decide this man's fate, as well as the fate of my tribe. You will walk the Coiled Path and seek counsel with the Ghost Snake. Follow the Coiled Path to the Fang Spires. Collect exactly 8 bog rats along the way to make a proper offering. Few ever reach the spires. Serpent-bound ghosts will challenge you every step of the way. They already sense your presence. The vision I had was strong. Your choices determine the fate of merchant and Mobrigosh alike. But you must speak to the Ghost Snake. The Coiled Path begins just outside the village, but know that the Serpent-bound will block your way. The Ghost Snake has a taste for bog rats. They make a proper offering, but only if you bring exactly 8 of the plump creatures to the Fang Spires. Do not question the will of the Ghost Snake. Besides, that's exactly the number of rats that fit in the bag I gave you. More than that I cannot say. The mystery of the sacred number is not for the ears of an outsider. The vision I had was strong. Your choices determine the fate of merchant and Mobrigosh alike. But you must speak to the Ghost Snake. The Coiled Path begins just outside the village, but know that the Serpent-bound will block your way.
offering pleases me. The warm blood was sent by those who honor and protect this veil. Most curious. Every path leads in two directions, into light and into darkness. Light and dark, good and evil, sunlight and shadow. Two sides to all things, little warm blood. Let me show